taping the show, so I wasn't ready. But all right. I was asked to do one of my famous poems, so I'll open the show with the one that I can still remember. Here it goes. It's a love poem for all the ladies and any guys who are attracted to me out there. Her long, beautiful hair, her rosy red cheeks, her eyes are serene as the moon. 'Tis true, I swear. I've fallen in love with her, and it sure's fallen quick. I didn't even mind when I first felt her dick. Yeah.
All the way to the left.
The mic has not been on the entire show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God we did this before Tyler got up. He would have killed us. Alright, now onto the comedy. One of the things that fascinates me besides bad poetry is this whole, just a lot of the things we do involved with the whole idea of death. Like, cemeteries bug me. Because when you look at a cemetery, it's really just like someone being obsessively collective, but instead of stamps, they got dead bodies. I mean, and we don't judge them for it, you know, they have a big collection of dead bodies in their backyard, they own the property, no one complains about that. Yeah, I store a bunch of dead bodies up in my room, I get shit about it like no tomorrow. But yeah. Jokes like that are based off just my messed up of a life. But luckily I have my friends and my family, and oftentimes, you know, this is why you don't write comedy an hour before the show. You will forget. Oh, alright. A lot of my friends and family, they just, in their full support and love of me, they'll often ask me, "Hey Trimm, why haven't you just died already?" And, you know, I don't know why. You know, I can't say for sure when it'll happen. It could be tomorrow. I know, you know, parade. You won't have much time to plan it. You'll have probably about as big as a crowd as we do tonight. Maybe next week you'll get a little more planning time. Who knows? It could happen 9:52 a.m. July 27th, 2016. You don't know these things specifically. What? So I thought of an exact time. That doesn't, like, that's not a red flag about anything. Yeah. So I like to use my amazing comedic skill, which, as you can see, is not amazing at all. Try and pick up women. But I have a hard time picking up women, not just because I'm not that funny, but also just, there's the whole idea of romantic and creepy. Now, depending on what kind of a guy you are, depends which one the girl sees it as. If you're a hot guy, the girl's going to see something as romantic. Now, if I do the same thing, they're going to see it as creepy. I'll give you a few examples. I walk up to a girl and, I don't know, say hi, you know, ask for her number. I get slapped across the face, and they run quickly away, possibly call DPS, who knows. I'm probably crying in the corner by that time. Hot guy could ask for the number. They don't even bother with the number. They jump right on him and go to the nearest closet. Hot guy comes up, gets you flowers, and has them delivered to your wherever you work, whether it be the street corner, the office. And you're like, "Oh, he's so sweet. What a surprise. It's so romantic." I do that, and next thing I know, I have another restraining order to add to my collection. Another romantic thing that girls like is, a hot guy can just be hanging out with you, and then he just does that hair move where he brushes your hair behind your ear and then gives you a kiss. And most of you girls will melt, and that's like the most romantic thing to you. I try and do that, and I'm spending, what is it now, like 10 to 25 years in prison with my new roommate Bubba, who does not care about my looks. He's because the area of my body he's interested in looks much worse. But yeah, rejection by girls is tough. I mean, I've been rejected by a lot. I am not exact. I think I keep like a tally up in my room. On a whiteboard, it's like, I believe I'm 0 and 28 right now. And they all reject me about the same rate. They all just want to be friends. You know, that's fine, the first 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 girls. You know, I love having friends. You know, it doesn't bother me at all. But here's the thing, ladies. The more you reject a guy, and basically the more girls that a guy has that tell him they just want to be friends, each time a girl does that to him, he becomes just a little bit gayer. And I'm about 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 just be friends away from assless chaps. So think about that next time you reject me, okay? Save the population. Oh, that went over much better than I thought it would. I am a little nervous tonight. When we put these videos that I'm recording up on YouTube, you'll notice I was nervous because I shook the camera a lot. So, like, especially during like Jordan's set, the first 30 seconds, it's just, and you have no idea what's going on. You think I'm like, I'm pretending I'm in a rave. But it's because like I have this disease. It just makes me shake a lot, and when I'm like nervous or something like that, it acts up a lot more. And I start shaking quite a bit. But like I find with any disease, you have your pros and you have your cons. I mean, one of the cons is that I can never feel my phone when it's on vibrate. And the fact that my mom calls a couple times a week, she doesn't get too happy about that. There are pros though, there are pluses, you know. Masturbation's always a lot more interesting.
Oh my God.
Seriously. And it also makes me one of the world's few only human vibrators. And for the ladies, that's just a plus for you. It really is. Michael J. Fox is like a little more vibrating than me, but he's going to die soon, so I'll be your only hope. If you want to feel... No. I have family here. I have to keep it clean. Not that I've talked about death, human vibrators, or anything already, but I didn't prepare a set list, so we're just going to go randomly. Going back to the idea of death, another thing I always found fascinating was that they consider suicide to be a crime. So if you attempt suicide and you don't succeed, one, you're an idiot. I'm sorry, it's an easy thing to do. I had a friend who tried, and she's like, had the highest GPA in the campus. She's still fit. You gotta have common sense. Don't do things that can mess up like knots. You gotta do solidarity. Empire State Building. There you go. Don't jump off of it. I'm just saying there's lots of diseases there. They don't clean the thing. But yes, but like, if they attempt and they fail, one, you shouldn't call it a crime. It's enough shame on you to just like, one, to be in a place where you have to do that, and two, to fail at doing it. It pretty much, I don't know. And just arresting them, sending them to jail for the most depressing years of their life, yeah, that'll help them. Wait, I mean, if you like give them the death penalty, you're really only, what are they going to say at the last words? Like, thank you? That's why, if I ever want to commit suicide, I am going to just run the biggest crime spree ever. Like Grand Theft Auto style crime spree. Like just killing hookers, stealing cars, just anything I can do. And then when they want to give me this death penalty, I'll be like, thanks guys, I'm gone. I did talk about my childhood earlier, and I think I'll end on this favorite story of mine from my childhood. A lot of people seem to like it. It's, when I was young, I had this very traumatic experience. My uncle kind of molested me, I think is the word. And it was just very awkward, because it was his first time molesting a child. It was my first time being molested. We weren't sure, like, the etiquette, the formalities, like, who goes first, who's... Like, I always found that confusing in, like, porn, you know, how do you decide who takes off the pants first? I don't know, maybe someone can tell me after the show. Another problem we had was just that I wanted more foreplay, he wanted less crying. I'm a crier, okay? I'm a crier, I'm very emotional. And the worst, what made it so traumatic really was just when he turned to, when he left, he turned to me and just said, if it makes you feel any better, I was thinking about someone else's kid the entire time. That's my awful, awful set. Next up, someone who's very funny and disappointed in all of you, Tyler.